I've dedicated most of my channel to reviewing different items that we use to create content, such as, microphones, cameras, anything that streamlines the whole process and makes it more efficient for you. I've also dedicated a lot of my channel into reviewing items that we use for gaming, such as controllers and headsets. But there is one peripheral, one accessory that I think is very often overlooked, and that would have to be the gaming mousepad. Now, I know you wouldn't think of a gaming mousepad as something that maybe, or at least I wouldn't think of something that we need to review, but there's a large variety of gaming mousepads out there nowadays. The desk that I currently use for my setup, it's one of those desks that I ordered off Amazon that came with a pad that covers the entire surface of the desk. So when I got it and I put it together and I started, using my mouse on it, I was like, okay, I don't need a mouse pad. Not even giving it a second thought. We moved on with our lives, and well, here we are now. Because a couple days ago, actually about a week or so ago, I was scrolling through Twitter, as any normal Twitter user does, and I came across a tweet from a company called 4D Gaming. And 4D Gaming was talking about how they had a new lineup of gaming mouse pads coming up, and that they had a link there for anyone interested in getting their hands on one in order to review it. And I said, hey, I'm always interested in looking for new products and new things to review so I can present them to you so that you have more options, so that you can make better purchasing decisions. So I shot my shot. I put my name in the link, and well, about a week later, I got the mousepad at my doorstep. Let's talk about that. This is the 4D Gaming Tesseract. So the 4D Tesseract is about 36 inches this way, 18 inches this way, and it is literally the perfect size for my setup. One of the things that has turned me off to various other, not just gaming mouse pads, but other peripherals is the fact that there's a little bit too much going into the design, okay? Things like RGB. I'm not a big fan of RGB. I have RGB on my keyboard. I have RGB on my mouse, okay, whatever. But I don't believe that RGB has to be on everything. And there's so many mouse pads that have RGB that I'm just like, I don't want to do that. And where I want to applaud 4D for their design is that it is a simple yet elegant design, okay? It's a matte black finish. We have a logo on the top left corner and some more branding here on the bottom right, and then that is it. Listen, I understand that this is all subjective and we all have different tastes, all right? If you're a big fan of tiggle bitty anime waifus on your mouse pads, no judgment, go for it. But me personally, with the way that my setup looks right now, this matte black finish is perfect for what I have going on here on my setup. It is the perfect size. I have plenty of room to put my controllers, my keyboard, my Stream Deck Plus, my Beacon Mix Create, and still have plenty of real estate to use my mouse comfortably. All right. Not only that, but the stitching on this thing is superb. It looks very well done, very professional, very top tier, very premium. And not only is it large enough, but it has a good bit of thickness to it without being too thick. That's what she said. All right. So overall, design-wise, look-wise, and just overall aesthetics, this thing looks really good. It fits very well into my setup, and it is just a very aesthetically pleasing thing to look at when you're just admiring your setup on a daily basis, like I do. You do that too. You'll come into your setup, you'll just have a look at it, and you're like, wow, thing looks good. Or am I the only one? I really hope I'm not. I don't think I am. I refuse to believe that I'm the end. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about how this thing actually performs, because we don't buy gaming mouse pads or any other accessories for that matter just because of how they look. We buy them because of how they perform. And well, I've got some good things to say about that. In the spirit of not overcomplicating a review that really doesn't need to be complicated, I'll tell you this. When it comes to playing games on the 4D Tesseract, the experience is very smooth. The ability to move my mouse everywhere just feels very, very smooth, very deliberate, very purposeful, and there's like literally no sort of obstruction. Nothing about the mouse pad has any resistance with the movement of my mouse, and it is great. The most impressive thing that I experienced with this mouse pad so far wasn't just playing my games, but it was also editing video. I told you about my desk, right? I said I bought the desk from Amazon. The desk came with this gargantuan mouse pad that covers the entire surface of the desk, and at the time I thought, okay, this is perfect. I don't need a mouse pad because this is going to work just fine. It did for a while, but after some use, I started noticing that there's been some degradation in the mouse pads, or the desk pad really, some degradation in the desk pad itself, and now I've seen and felt some resistance here and there when it comes to gaming and when it comes to editing video. Now let me tell you something, okay? Come here. You try scrolling through your DaVinci Resolve timeline with a mouse and a wheel on a mouse pad, desk pad, that gives you resistance. It will drive you insane. Might be user error, but I'm going to blame it on Mousepad because I will not be accountable for those actions. But with the 4D Tesseract, it's a very smooth experience. I love it. It feels great. It does exactly what it's advertised to do, and it does it at a very, very good price. So here we have a perfectly sized gaming mousepad, very well built, very well designed, cleanly designed, aesthetically pleasing. It performs up to the standards that it tells you it will, and the price matches it. It's only $54.99. It's $54.99 for a premium gaming mousepad that looks great on your setup, feels great to use, and overall does exactly what it says it will do. I can't think of any one thing to say negatively about this item, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I got the item for free. Full transparency, right? I think you should have understood that from the beginning of the video, but I got this thing for free. And I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, what can you negatively say about a mousepad that does exactly what it's supposed to do? Because the things that mousepads are supposed to do are simple. They're supposed to make the use of a mouse easier, smoother. And that's exactly what this does. And it covers a great area, has a lot of real estate on here, elegant design, simple design, nothing obnoxious, no annoying RGB, nothing, no gimmicks, nothing like that. A simple product that works as intended at a reasonable price. If you're looking for a new mousepad and you've seen their advertisements or their posts on Twitter or whatever other social media they may be on, and you've been wondering about whether or not you should get one, the answer is quite simply yes, you should get one. I hope y'all found this informative and helpful. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to one another. Peace out.